I wanted to be able to take a moment to talk about this beauty right here. It's a 2016 Cadillac CTS-V, and it's actually kind of a unique vehicle, one of 29 in North America, or possibly even in existence. I'm not totally sure on that, but it uses a very unique paint, which is called Crystal White Frost. Now, this paint is actually paint, and it's funny because he takes it to shows and people are constantly saying, how much did you pay to have this thing wrapped? In this case, it's actually from the factory this way, and they did it on a couple of different vehicles, but this unique finish on here gives it a really cool presentation, makes it look individualized, almost like it was customized this way, but it's nothing short than badass. This may not be a Porsche or Ferrari, but this thing is beautiful inside and out. We've got all the orange styling that Jesse and Meredith and the rest of the crew at Drive have transferred from outside to inside. The feel of this thing, the seats, everything just reeks beautiful and high-end on here. We've got the OEM system in here, factory radio, which of course they're doing all the integration with the Nav TV piece. The nice part about that is with the integration capability, they were able to keep 100% of all the OEM components in here. The radio, the navigation, the full interface with the CD player. Yes, people still use those. I'm one of them. All the steering wheel controls. They're running an optical output out of the Nav TV piece back into the PS8 Pro processor. And the biggest thing here is they have not degraded or ruined the condition of this vehicle in any way. The beautiful part about this whole thing is that, you know, we've got the pillars which have been rebuilt. They're very, very subtle. It gets these speakers on access to a better location and gets them up and out of the car, so that way they're right in front of you. This thing stages wonderfully, and I wish we could simply put a camera in here and let you experience it, because it is utterly audible excellence. So we've already checked out a little bit of this car. The interior is beautiful. We got the engine, 684 horsepower. That's awesome as far as for any vehicle. And the car is nowhere near as heavy as what we thought it was. But what are we here for? We're actually here for what the sound system's like in this thing. We debuted this car in 2018 at the CES show. And in the process of everything, we were able to debut some new products: RS Series speakers, the ARC Series amplifiers, as well as the new Pro Series DSP technology. In the case of this application, we've been able to actually showcase not only the detail and quality of everything with the vehicle itself, but we've actually been able to showcase the quality of the ARC Audio product at the same time. Honestly, it's what's in the trunk. Just as beautiful as I remember it. You know, when we brought this car out at the show at 2018 CES for our 20th anniversary, you know, we had a lot of expectations for this car. And this car was originally being designed for one purpose, and that is to showcase all of our new technology. In this case, it was the ARC Series amplifiers and new RS speakers. Jesse definitely had a lot of obstacles when building this car, but I think he did a wonderful job with his crew on this. The styling, the elegance of the system, the integration of all the Cadillac logos and shapes, the same shaping, lighting, and orange accents throughout the car, like what we saw up in the engine compartment as well as also on the inside of the car. And it really showcases the ability of a shop as well as the detail that's in it and the amount of time that was taken, but yet keeping it with an elegant look and not getting gaudy and loud with chrome and painted surfaces and stuff like that. This really looks like if Cadillac was going to do something like this, this is how they would do it. But the system itself is unique in its own way, especially with the product. In this case, the ARC Series amplifiers, you know, we originally designed the ARC Series amplifiers as a next generation Class D technology. Things like the microprocessor switching, the microprocessor protection circuits that have been in our amplifiers for a long time. And even with or without the interchangeable front-end DSP, we've been able to actually make these things where you can still plug them into our software and do things like change the switching frequency of the outputs in the Class D circuit So that way you can actually prevent some of the traditional issues you find in Class D amplifiers, like things like wiping out AM and FM radio. I know you're saying who uses AM radio these days, but you'd be surprised how many people still listen to their talk radio. In this case, you can change those switching frequencies. You can also do things like change the colors on the LEDs to do full integration into the cosmetics and feel of the installation of the vehicle. But most importantly, though, you're getting an audiophile grade amplifier with the ability to have only the best sound, but yet Class D efficiency that draws less power from the car. And that's really important because this vehicle, even though it has the extra batteries, is still on the stock charging system, which is something you find common in a lot of applications with the ARC audio amplifiers. This means less money invested into the overall installation because you can put the money where it counts on cabling, amplifiers, speakers, subwoofers, and integration into the vehicle. And that's the best part about this system is you have all this beautiful product. You have the ARC 1000.6s running the speakers up on the front. You're getting 350 plus watts to each speaker on the mids and highs. And then you have the subwoofer amplifiers, one per subwoofer, giving just over 1100 watts of power to each one of these Black Series subwoofers. This thing is dynamic. It's got tons of headroom. This is what audio is all about.